Being a music artist is a pretty expensive habit. I mean, I've spent over $1,000 just on my setup alone, but you don't have to, and I'm gonna show you how. Almost all the people watching my videos aren't subscribed, and it's probably you who's not subscribed, so either you subscribe or this dog gets it. When you first get into rapping or making music in general, you're probably gonna come with the concept that it's very expensive, or that you need to go to the studio just to get a good song, and that is just not the case. You can simply just start rapping with Apple earbuds and an iPhone. It's that simple. And let's say you don't have Apple products. Well, it's not the end of the world. Just get Android headphones or just any headphones with a mic attached to it, like shown on the screen, and attach it to your phone, and you're gonna be okay to make music on any app. But today I'm gonna show you the cheapest ways, but the most efficient and best ways to make music on a budget. Let's start off with the headset, or the mic. When you're making any type of music, you need a mic. It's literally crucial. You can't just record into the phone, or the audio is gonna sound like this.
I'm over here stroking my dick. I got lotion on my dick.
I wish I never heard that. But there's a way to fix that. Get you a pair of Apple headphones or just any headphones with a mic attached to it and connect it to your phone and record like that. If you want to advance your audio, get you a pop filter like this one and hold your mic behind this and record and talk into it like this, and it'll give you 10 times better audio. But if you want to take a more advanced route, here's a set of mics that are perfect for this. They're very cheap, but also very efficient and good quality, so I would take a look at them if I were you. Secondly, we need a setup. Like, what are we going to record on? You have a phone, laptop, tablet, or any other accessories like those. Those are going to be perfect for recording. And you don't really need an expensive one. You can buy a pretty cheap one. Just make sure that the storage is pretty good. Making music takes up a lot of storage. I mean, one song can be about 25 megabytes by itself, and when you're making a lot of music, it adds up over time. So make sure if you are recording on a laptop or a phone that you update to the best storage possible. Though that is costly sometimes, it will be a really good investment in your music career, I promise you. For example, I have an external hard drive with a terabyte of storage. I haven't even reached 100 gigabytes yet, so I truly do recommend that. I'll link that in the bio as well. Now that you know what device you're recording on and what you're recording with, you have to find an app to record on. Mobile apps are pretty limited to good recording studios, but here's 3 of them that I've used in the past that work perfectly fine. I'm gonna go through this one. This is Bandlab and the one that I currently use now instead of FL Studio. Though I have FL Studio, it takes a very long time to understand, and that shit is a hassle, and I don't have time for that. So let me show you how to work Bandlab. By the way, Bandlab is completely free of charge, and you can make a hit song like that just using this app. I mean, look at David and Lil Tyler. They made their hit songs on Bandlab. It just goes to show, right? So once you open Bandlab, you're going to be met with this interface, and this is just the feed. You don't really got to pay attention to that. The main important thing here is the button that says library and also the one that says create. Those are the 2 buttons you're probably going to click the most on this app. When you click your library, it gives you a list of all the songs that you've made, released or unreleased, and they're exclusive to you. Only you can see this page right here. Make sure to remember your login and password for Bandlab, because if you were to lose it, you can't upload these songs on another account or view them on another account unless they've already been released, and still then you can't edit them or take the vocals out of them. So make sure you save your progress on everything. So the first thing you're going to do when you do get into Bandlab is click create. Once you click create, you're going to click new project. And from here, you're already met with the new screen saying new track, and there's 2 buttons that you have to look at specifically. You have to look at voice and audio and also import audio. Voice and audio will just give you a vocal track that you can talk over, but it has no other effect. When you click import audio, you can import a beat and then import a vocal audio under that and speak over the beat, which is just making a song. So what I'm going to do here is just import a random beat. I'm not going to record anything, but I'm going to show you how it's done. This is a random beat I've chosen, nothing too specific, just a random beat just to show you guys how it's done. So once you've laid your beat down, you're going to see a great change in the interface. You can see the BPM has changed and the Autotune. Usually a good beat maker will send you the BPM and the Autotune, but for Bandlab it automatically does it for you, which is probably one of the best features about this app. And honestly, it makes it 10 times easier to use, so just take that into consideration. Now that you have your beat laid down, you should probably throw some vocals on there. And I promise you, they're not good vocals unless you put effects on them. So use the link in the bio to get my vocal preset and make the best song you could have ever made. Once you add a vocal layer, you're going to be met with a new interface, and this is just the Autotune interface. For people that use laptops or computers, it's a little bit easier, but mobile users, it's going to be a little struggle. For people that use laptops, it's going to give you the option of project key, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't give you that on the mobile device. So what you'll have to do is figure out the key by going on a key finder online and put that in manually. But for people on laptops, like I said before, it's a little bit more automatic with that. You can see there's 5 different options for the Autotune, and I'm going to explain each and every one of those for you so you know what is the best and what's the worst and kind of what they do. The first option is Classic, which is the diamond, and that one is probably just the most normal thing you could have ever thought. It's literally just Autotune. It has no other effect, it's just Autotune. The next one is Modern Rap. This is more of a retro radio sounding Autotune, and it just adds a little bit more effect to your voice. After that one, you have Robot. This is a little bit more choppy. I never use this one, and I don't think I'll ever use it. Not saying it's terrible, but it's just not something for my music. After that, you have the Big Harmony. This is actually one that I've never touched before, so you guys give me your review on that one and tell me if you like it or not. And lastly, we have Duet. This is one that I use probably the second most after the normal Autotune. It's a really good background sound. It's more of like a high-pitched sound, and it sounds really well. Just listen to this. That's almost exactly what it sounds like, but it's your own audio, so it sounds pretty cool. The next slide you have is the effects, and I've already explained that in this video, so go check it out if you want to learn more about that. But like I said before, the link to my effects are in the bio if you want the best song you've ever made. And lastly, you have the audio stretch. This allows you to slow down your vocals, speed them up, and do a lot of other editing to your vocals to perfect it that much more. And it's something that I kind of use, but not really, unless I'm trying to magnify or zoom in on a vocal and cut out certain parts of it from a very specific point. So after you have a song made, here's an example here, you're going to click save. This is a mandatory step, because if you don't and you just exit out, it's not going to save your track. You're going to lose all of your progress, and I've done that many times. It's one of the worst things you could ever do. I mean, I've made hit after hit after hit and forgot to click save, or I just let my computer run and it turns off and doesn't save it, and the song is deleted forever. There's no way you can get it back. There is an option to restore, but sometimes the files or the audio lines can be corrupt, so you can't even restore that. So don't take that risk and just save. Even if you're not done with the project, just click save periodically to save at a very good point in the song. I mean, it's mandatory unless you want to just throw all the talent away. After saving our track, we're going to exit out of there. Now that we have our track laid down and mixed, by the way, if you want to learn how to mix really well, here's a video for you. Once you pick the mastering option, you want to download your track, but don't just download your track. Make sure it's in WAV form. WAV has no compression, so it'll sound very good on speakers rather than just MP3 where the bass can kind of suppress your vocals, and I can go over that in another video if you want me to. And I almost forgot, you can't just record anywhere. When recording, you usually go to a studio and they have soundproofing everywhere. And when you're trying to record on a budget, you don't have that. So where do you record? I'm literally pointing at it. Like, I swear I've recorded in this closet so many times before I've been out here. This is probably the best place to record. Either find a closed room with barely any windows or open spaces, or the closet, which is probably the best spot for it, where your vocals don't bounce around in a wide range but are very compressed and confined to just that room. I mean, if you're in an open area, your vocals won't sound as good rather than being right up next to your mic in a very small room where your vocals only have really one place to go. So make sure you know where you're recording when recording, because that's one of the most important factors. And that's going to wrap up today's video. Just an insight of how to make music with a budget. I mean, everyone has this question and I had an answer. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Have a really good night or day wherever you are. And I love you guys and thank you for the support. Make sure to subscribe because we're almost at 1,000. And that was my goal before the end of the year. It's not even the end of the year yet and we're damn near at 1,000. So I truly love you guys. Thank you. Have a good one. Peace.